Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I'm sure if you've clicked on this you know that I go by Bard Sim on the internet, and this is my Joseon Dynasty save file which I intend to upload this week. This has been in the works for upwards of a year, nearly a year actually, in a few days, and I'm really excited to share this with all of you. I've gone through so many drawbacks through the save file with things not working, you know, the usual Sims bugginess, my save file getting corrupt and having to start from scratch, but I really did want to get this out for all of you. Not the complete version because obviously I couldn't build up everything that I lost, but I have done what I can and I really just want to share it with you. And in future updates that will come with more worlds naturally, but so far this one comes with Willow Creek, Oasis Springs, Newcrest, Hempford-on-Bagley and Wittenberg. You can see that there's more of like the palace side in Oasis Springs. Oasis Springs and Willow Creek are still quite affluent with a dominance in the nobility and, you know, royalty, but in other worlds such as Newcrest and Hempford-on-Bagley, the peasantry is a lot more prominent. And yeah, I'm about to, the video is pre-recorded, so if what I'm saying doesn't match with what's on screen, then that's why. But I'm about to go into some of the neighbourhoods that I've done, starting from the ones that I did earliest to the ones that I've done most recently. The images that are showing up in the top of the screen as well, these are either Sims from this neighbourhood or taken in this neighbourhood, so you have some sort of familiarity with them. If you're curious as to why I'm not going into each individual lot and showing them off, number one, I want it to be a surprise. I want you guys to explore, to have fun, to, you know, just do whatever you want in my world really. But also I can't sit through all those loading screens. I tried it, and I decided I can't do it. I could not do it. It was too much work. But as I was saying, for the alternate worlds that are coming in future updates, these are things that I've talked about before. Chonsan, you know, the fantasy world based off Alchemy of Souls with the realm of magic, vampires, werewolves. Japan and China, Nihon and Qing, you know, just for variety and gameplay, the modern world, etc. I had big ambitions for this, and I still do. One of the things that I really do want to, you know, because I am such a big fan of Korean history, I love it so much, and I really did want to demonstrate, you know, my knowledge, my interest. You know, I really want this to be a very immersive experience for everyone. The lot right here actually is the cheapest lot in all of the worlds that will be coming out in version 1. It's because of the tiling on the roof, those cost money, so it's so bare bones. And this is, so if you were to create Sim instead of using one of the pre-made ones, which you can go ahead and do, this would be the only house that you could afford, unless you use cheats obviously. But yeah, this is a far more common neighbourhood. We've got some commoners here. The peasant person who's here is Trig Youngo, the person that you'll be playing as by default when you join my save file. But something that I really wanted to do is emphasize the idea of you being able to play as whoever you want, from whatever background you want. So there's a diverse you know, set of characters from all sorts of Joseon, you know, appropriate backgrounds that I wanted you to be able to play as, because I love it so much and I love that, being able to do that. So you're not limited to playing as a noble. You can challenge yourself and play as, say, a slave or a servant if you wanted to. You can, you know, start from fresh and try to build your way up. You know, something that I tried to do was a rags to riches on my own, just for fun, and I really did enjoy it. Right here, this is a Keysing house. You can play as the Keysings if you want. I don't have it, but if you had businesses and hobbies, you can move the Keysings to that lot. There is, you know, a room for them to have so that they could actually sleep there. The same goes for the matchmaker. There is a matchmaker on this street. It's right between the karaoke place to pay homage to South Korea Seoul and the gambling house. So it's like the second building in this little lineup right here. But you can also do the same thing and make money by giving marriage counseling advice. I want you to be able to play as anybody you want. Something that I did notice though in my comment sections was that this is a second Giesing house, but it's okay. This neighborhood right here, I'll go back to what I was talking about. This neighborhood right here is you know, very affluent right here. There are 2 ministers. They're the only people that live here. And then obviously the Giesing house. And then the third household is actually just a stable for one of the ministers' households. So that's right here. And a character from my legacy gameplay that I would have done before if, you know, tons of things hadn't happened. She lives here now. I moved her from Oasis Springs. But as I was saying, I really want you to play as anyone that you want. I saw in comment sections that a lot of people say that they struggle to play in households that have more than 1 or 2 Sims. Most of the households have a lot more than 1 or 2 Sims. I think the only exceptions are for when, you know, it's just a couple, but also this couple isn't noble, because nobles come with their own, you know, entourage of people that you can also play as if you chose to. I did go ahead and make the choice to change it from servants to slaves just to fit the period more accurately and to be very immersive and all of that stuff. So every single noble household has their own servants or slaves in their household. So there are many workarounds so that you don't have to play with them. You can make them roommates. You can, if you have full rent, you can make them live somewhere else. If, you know, they all have their own groups, so all you really need to do if you want them to come and cook, clean, repair things for you is just to trigger the group interaction for all of them to just come over. So that is something that you can do. There are many ways to avoid playing with all. On average, it's like 8 Sims for noble households. But if you're going to play as a common household, you don't have to deal with all of that. They have usually 1, 2, 3 people in their households. And since this is the Joseon Dynasty, a lot of the households are very family based. So that's something that you always have to keep in mind and everything. I just wanted to be accurate. But these 2 builds, or 3 builds, sorry, it's just a place for scholars to learn, a left state counselor's house, and a Buddhist temple right in the center that was built by Simsy1. Love her, by the way. I'm not going to go into them because I just want you to experience them for yourself, and I couldn't be bothered at the time of recording. But here I am with Trey Young-oh, who you will be spawning in as if you just go ahead and press play upon getting my save file. He's a peddler, he's a commoner. You saw earlier the clubs above his head, everybody has that. I didn't want it to just be like you can tell someone's status at a glance, which you can do, but also I want it in writing what they are, essentially, because of the rigid social hierarchies during the Joseon Dynasty, and also the club actions or activities, those dictate essentially how your class should act. Here there are tons and tons of clubs. I've tried to cover everything. When I release my save file, I will also explain what these letters mean, but I can say right now, S is for status, T is for trade, and so on and henceforth. I will provide a guide to this because it might be confusing. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I've gone ahead and made it confusing. But yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to play with my save file. I mean, of course, this is just Willow Creek. This isn't everything that I have to offer, and it most certainly will not be the end of it at all. My next video hopefully will be showcasing Oasis Springs. Maybe I'll have the energy to go into some households because they, you know, there are more royal households there. The Crown Prince, for example, lives in Oasis Springs. So does the princesses, the Grand Prince, some of the concubines. They all live in Oasis Springs. And yeah, so this was Willow Creek, the showcase. It was a really quick and concise video because I am lazy. But I also do really just want you to experience it for yourself, and then, you know, experience all of the other worlds and just have fun. As you can see, like, there are so many sims that you have like choice from already, and there are way more to come. And yeah, I really just hope that you guys will download my save file, give your feedback on it. I really want to know how you think. Again, I've been working on this for like a while through trials and tribulations, so your thoughts on it would be really nice if you can post about it and tag me, or I'd love to see it. And yeah, I'm so excited to share all of this with you, and I hope you have a great night, evening, morning, afternoon. It's like 2 a.m. for me. And yeah, I hope to see you soon.